Here's a little something to kick things off. Have you ever wondered why birds don't use Facebook? Well, it's because they already tweet enough in real life. Now, speaking of birds, let's dive into a tale about a parrot. Yes, a parrot. There was this parrot who was notorious for its foul language. It was so bad that the owner had to keep it covered most of the time. One day, the owner's house catches fire. The fire department arrives, and as they are putting out the fire, they hear the parrot screaming, "Fire! Fire!" They were amazed by the parrot's intelligence. But then, the parrot continued, "Heck! Darn! Darn it!" Well, it seems even emergencies can't clean up a parrot's language. Moving on from our linguistically colorful parrot, let's share a story about a snail. A snail walks into a car dealership and says he wants to buy a fast car, but with one condition: they have to put a big S on top, sides, front, and back. The dealer was puzzled and asked why. The snail replied, "When I drive down the street, I want everyone to say, 'Look at that S car go.'" And then there was this fish who was always getting in trouble. So his mom, trying to discipline him, said, "If you keep acting like this, I'm going to ground you." The little fish looked at her and said, "That's okay. I can't walk anyway." And of course, we can't forget about dogs, man's best friend. A dog walks into a job center. The clerk looks surprised and says, "Wow, a talking dog, what can you do?" The dog replies, "I can bark in 5 languages and I can chase my tail in circles for an hour without getting dizzy." The clerk, now even more surprised, says, "Well, that's impressive, but we don't have any vacancies for that." The dog shrugs and says, "That's fine. I only came in to use the photocopier." Now for the grand finale, let's take a trip to the zoo. A man goes to the zoo and finds there's only one animal. It was a dog. It was a Shih Tzu. Well, that wraps up our journey through the animal kingdom. It's been a wild ride, filled with parrots with potty mouths, snails with a need for speed, fish who can't walk their way out of trouble, multilingual dogs with office skills, and zoos that might need a little work on their animal diversity. Remember, life's a zoo, and we're all just trying to find our place in it. Whether you're a parrot, a snail, a fish, a dog, or a human, keep your feathers ruffled, your shell polished, your fins flapping, your tail wagging, and most importantly, your sense of humor intact. Because as our zoo story shows, sometimes all you can do is laugh when things don't go as planned. After all, who expects to go to the zoo and see a single Shih Tzu? Now that's a real doggone surprise. Until next time, keep laughing and keep living. Life's too short not to enjoy a good animal joke, or 5.